It's Boxing Day 2018. That's Wednesday the 26th of December 2018. A very good morning to you. Welcome to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from the Chapel Hill Marina in Lincolnshire. Well, who's feeling fat this morning? Eh? Who's feeling a bit fat? Oh, God. Do you know, I got my breakfast out of the fridge. I thought, oh, I don't really want this. I had so much to eat yesterday, it was unbelievable. I don't think I've eaten that much since God knows when. Honestly, eat and eat and eat. And every time I said like something like, oh, I shouldn't really have that, someone would come back to me, my niece in particular, and said, it's Christmas Day, Chris, you can have anything you want. So I did. Oh my God, I ate. And I ate and I ate. It's disgusting, it really is. Anyway, before we go on to Christmas Day, I just want to take you back to Christmas Eve, because of course we had a little bit of a technical issue yesterday, which I could have sorted out actually, but it meant I wouldn't come back for like 20 minutes or something, and I thought, you know, time was ticking on, and I've learned to over the years to, with technical things like computers, they used to drive me absolutely mad. Let's be honest, nowhere near as bad as they used to be. I mean, I remember having my Windows, I don't know, Vista or before it computers, and now and again you'd get that blooming blue screen. That, to be fair to computer people, that doesn't really happen much at all anymore. I mean, I can't remember when I last got a blue screen of death, but there are connection things that go wrong sometimes. And it is to do with the Windows update on my laptop. For some reason, if there's an update, it doesn't do the update. It doesn't do the update until I say do it. What it seems to do is that once one's on the computer waiting to be updated, then it starts playing up like you saw yesterday with the broken connection and things like that. It's actually nothing to do with the connection. And I know this because it's the same computer I use for the karaoke, and before I've got cut off there and I can't work out why it's getting cut off. And then you look and you see that there's a Windows update waiting to be done, if you see what I mean. And it starts playing up until you've done it, and then it just works. And when I came back, actually, the last time, I think we tried about 5 times, didn't we? And in the end, I thought, oh, I can't be bothered with this. And I walked away. But I did the update then, and then I went to my sister's for Christmas Day. You can't sort of do this. And I've learned to walk away from these things when you get computer updates or technical issues, because often when you come back, they're all sorted, or you've done something small, but, you know, you deal with it. I used to tear my hair out with computer issues. I really did. And I don't anymore. I just walk away. Walk away, that's the best thing to do, otherwise it can drive you mad, you know. So sorry about that yesterday, one of those things unfortunately that we can't do anything about. Let's say hello to some of you this morning. Mark Jones, you get the first message. Not too many of you there today, is there? Mark Jones has said, good morning to you, Mark, hope you're well. I've only got messages coming in on Facebook. Anyone YouTube want to send me something just to check that it's working? Welcome along, Mark Jones, who also says, hope you had a fabulous day yesterday. I certainly did. I know I work a lot, but the impact on people's lives we have as their support worker is amazing. Of course, every day is a work day for support workers. Rod Brown said, hope you had a lovely day yesterday. Thank you, Rod. I'll tell you a little bit more about it later on. What about you? Forget about me. What about you? Did you have a nice day? I hope you did. Katie Ann Patterson is in the house, along with Julie Mason. Good morning, Julie. Welcome to our show. Katie has noticed the owl clock. Isn't that fantastic? That was a present from my mate, Ronny. That was actually a present from him as well. I like clocks, Katie. I'm a big fan of clocks. All sorts. I did have a clock wall at my house down in Berkshire. Literally, one of the walls in the kitchen was covered in all different clocks. Nothing special or expensive, just different ones. You know, electric, battery operated. I love clocks, and I've now got 2 in here. An owl clock, which I think is absolutely fabulous, that owl clock. I really do. And I think when we were at Christmas shopping, I would assume that my mate didn't have anything for me the week before Christmas. And we were in this shop, I can't remember the name of it, and it's closing. Sadly enough, it's closing, and it's got all really brightly covered things in there. You know, I mean, they had kettles in there that were bright yellow with flowers on them, and they were a little bit expensive, about 70 or 80 quid for a kettle. You can go to Asda and get a plastic one for like £10, can't you? But they have all these amazing different little coloured things in there. Pens, umbrellas, umbrellas with cat handles. Maureen's got one of those, haven't you, Maureen? All right. What else have they got in there? Just rubbers, little rubber things, things to wear, things for your bike. Bells for your bike. There's so many random things in there. Little bells, again, that were brightly coloured yellow and ding, 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 ding. Wonderful. And I think that's where he got that from. I'm sure there were clocks hanging up there, and I must have said at some point, oh, I love that clock. How much is that? And I would have done the usual thing. Oh, no, I can't pay that for a clock. So that's what he's got me. Isn't it fantastic? I love it. My owl clock. Twit, woo! Twit, twit. And he bought me that one as well, as you well know, some months ago when I first got the caravan. And he said, this is for your caravan studio. So that's my cock clock and my owl clock. Whatever next? I wonder what next animal will appear here in the Mirable Studios as a clock. Exactly. Perhaps I could have a live human clock. Maybe if someone's not too well at the moment and you're about to die, okay, perhaps you'd like to be stuffed and would like to appear as a clock here in the Mirables, here in the Lincolnshire Studios. Check out the debris. Oh, my asthma started big time down at my sister's house yesterday. I must have had 20 or 30 puffs of this damn thing yesterday. I shall have to order a new one now. Good job I've got one of those prepayment certificates, so you only pay one amount per year to use this thing. You know, I think it's about 100. I think it's now about 110 or 120 pounds a year. You can buy anyone can buy this. If you get a lot of medication, not a lot of people seem to know about this here in the UK. But if you get a lot of pills and prescriptions from the doctors, it might be worth you getting a prepayment certificate. And you go on the internet for this. Check out NHS prepayment certificate. And then you pay something like 110, 120 pounds, and then for the whole year, that's it. Then whenever you order a prescription, that is included in the... I won't say it's free, because it's not. You've paid for it. Do you know what I mean? You've paid 120 pounds to have free prescriptions for a year. And for me, that works out. You know, because I have 2 prescriptions per month. That's the stuff I pay for. I do get some medication for nothing from the hospital that I go to. But the ones that I have to pay for, I buy 2 a month. So that's £16 a month, isn't it? So for the year, that would work out to about 400 quid. So I save £300 by buying that prepayment certificate. So as I say, if you get one a month and then one extra one in the year, then you've paid for your prescription thing. You've paid for it. Very well worth getting that, okay? Simon Keane sent in a little text yesterday, and it relates so well to the problems that we had yesterday. He said, Mr. Chop Chop, I got a Microsoft Advent calendar today. If you open too many windows, it just shuts them for no reason. Very good, Simon. And he said, Happy Christmas yesterday. Christmas is a day for prayer, a time to thank God. Sit quietly at the table, surrounded by all your relatives, and think, thank God it will be another 365 days till I see those greedy buggers again. Yes. No. I can't wait for next year's one, to be honest. Morning to Maureen, who loves her present. Good morning to you, Maureen. Hope you're well, sweetheart. I'm glad you like it. Can't wait to see you use that for the first time. All right. Thank you, Julie Mason, who wishes that we had a nice Christmas yesterday. It was wonderful. Thank you, Julie. Wonderful. It's certainly a time of families, isn't it? It really is a time of families. Hello to Craig McKenzie. Good morning, Craig, who's just cooking the bubble and squeak. Hope it all went well. My sister's doing that today. Bubble and squeak. I'm not a fan of bubble and squeak, I'm afraid. I shall be having my own thing today, but my sister and my brother-in-law are coming over later. She's made. I didn't see them yesterday. Maybe she hadn't done them yet. I don't know, but she's made me some new curtains here for this studio. You won't see them, but I need blackout curtains in front of that window to stop me going yellow whenever the sun comes out. The sun's not out this morning. It's really dismal and misty out there this morning. which means I can play with my new toy. Another gift from my brother-in-law and sister yesterday. Look at this. This is fantastic. It is a laser. Look at this. I don't know what happens if I shine this in the camera. Will it damage it? It's quite powerful, you know. It goes right across the field in front of me. Look. Ready? Oh, look at that. It goes all right. There we are. Look, you can just about see that. I'll do it on here. Oh, not for eyes. Mustn't put it in eyes. Yeah, look at that. Put it on my head. Put it on my... Look, I got a green nose now. Look, a green nose. Right. It's really good. Look at how powerful that is. So powerful. How can I do it? There you go. You can see that a bit better now, can't you? All right. So this is my new laser. I love it. And I had so much fun with this and one of my sister's dogs yesterday. It was going nuts. Trying to follow this little green thing around. And, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze a moment. I've had a terrible sneezing and... They don't do that on BBC Breakfast, do they? Well, the last 2 days on BBC Breakfast, they've only had one presenter. They actually look really lonely sitting there, especially the bloke this morning. Can't remember what his name was this morning. He was sitting there doing the whole breakfast show on his own. I thought you looked really lonely sitting there because there's usually two of them. Don't know where Naga is. She's disappeared for her holiday, hasn't she? Anyway, what a fantastic present. This laser. And interesting enough, one of the dogs goes absolutely mad. His name's Bison. And he is a Rottweiler. And he's a big boy. He's a big lad, he is. And he is as soppy as anything. He's all over you when he comes out. And he likes to... I always thought he was attacking me. But he doesn't. What he likes to do... not with everyone, but certainly with me. As I come in, he wants to bite my... I think bite is the wrong word to use. What he wants to do is put his mouth around your wrist. Right? And he gently, and I mean gently, just presses down a little bit. He doesn't bite. He doesn't force his mouth down. It's just like a gentle... So I don't know what that is. That must be a love thing. Love, but I knew there was someone in this world that loved me. It's Bison the dog. Bison the Rottweiler. And he doesn't chew. You know, it's not like a puppy that chews your wrist and after a while it starts hurting. No, he literally gently wants your wrist or my wrist in between, in his mouth like that. You're only going to pull it slightly and it's out again. I don't know why he does that. Unfortunately, I can't go near the dog most of the time because of my asthma. And it was bad in there yesterday. I thought I was going to have to leave at one point, but what I did is I went for an hour's walk. And you go for an hour's walk and it calms down a lot. You can hear it's perfectly all right now. Listen. Perfectly all right. Yesterday it was... It gets like that and you're having more and more of this stuff. I don't know if that's not good to have more and more of that stuff, but it's one of those things, unfortunately. So that was one of my presents yesterday. Good morning to Vectis. Morning, Vectis and Shania, who looked like they were having a lovely time yesterday at their Christmas dinner with son Callum as well, weren't you? Good morning to you, Vectis. Happy Boxing Day to you. Did you? Happy Boxing Day? Is that a thing? Happy Boxing Day. Don't go too far because I've got a little video of the church to show you in a minute, you two. I know you'll be interested in that. Good morning, Paul Adamson. Must be in Amsterdam. Where is at work this morning? Morning, Paul. Are the tulips coming up yet? The tulips from Amsterdam. Are they up yet? They'll be coming up soon, won't they? Yes. Here we all start again. We've had the longest night of the year. We're about to all start again, aren't we? All on the circle of life. In the deep midwinter. That's where we are now. In the deep midwinter. Soon life will commence again. For most of us. Katie collects pens. Okay, well, we all collect different things. What do you collect? I like clocks. Katie collects pens. Anyone else collect anything? What else do you collect, eh? Good morning to Coco Bungie. Morning to you, sir. Not sir, madam. Is it madam or sir? Coco Kabunji. I can't remember now. Can't remember what you were. I'm sorry. It's the name. That's the problem. I can't remember all these people. If it was Mary or David, I'd have a clue to whether you were a he or a she. Unless you're one of those people who hasn't decided at the moment. Oh dear, that goes on, doesn't it? Diane Jeb, good morning to Diane. You're right, sweetheart. Coco Bunty was saying yesterday he was disappointed that the show went a bit wrong yesterday. Yeah, like, as I was as well. I was as well. Believe me, it's just a nightmare. Katie is going to send me a live alpaca. What's an alpaca? I don't know what that is. What's a live alpaca? Is that an animal? I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. Craig didn't know about the prepay certificate. Yes, it's worth it if you have a lot of medication, all right? Hello to Malith. Good morning, Malith. Sean Hanson. Morning, Sean. Lasers can be a menace as well as drones. I know from experience. Now, you drive tube trains, don't you, if I remember, Sean? Am I right in saying that, or am I wrong? They can be a menace. And some of the children yesterday, they wanted to play with the laser. And I said, don't do it in anyone's eyes. Never, as in never. Do not do that in anyone's eyes. You can blind them. That is quite a powerful one. It is powerful that it goes right across the field. We were putting it up in the sky, checking first that there were no planes up there, and you could see the little point of it on a cloud. I wonder if it gets as far as the moon. Who was to go to the moon? Why do people go to the moon? What's all that about? What's up there? New branch of McDonald's or something? I don't understand. Morning to Russ Philip Vernon, who collects football soccer programmes and team sheets. Yeah, that's a popular thing with the lads to do, isn't it? Soccer programmes. I don't know if my nephew collects stuff. He's a big football fan. I was saying to him, have you got a season ticket the other day? And he said, oh yeah. He said, I said, how much was that? How many thousands of pounds was that? And he said, like 300 quid. I said, I thought there were thousands of pounds. And my other nephew said, yeah, not for Lincoln City. I thought you had a Chelsea one. He supports two teams, Lincoln City and Chelsea. Is that a thing with football people? Do you support like your local team and like one of the big boys as well? Is that how it works with football? I've never really been interested in football, unfortunately. Katie, an alopecia is like a small camel. Oh, I don't know if I've got room in here for a camel, my dear. Would it be room in here for a camel? We could have a camel clock in here. Something like that. Good morning to Trevor Campbell. Welcome to the show, sir. All right. Can we just go back a little bit to New Year's? I've got some presents to open as well this morning that some of you delightful people have sent in. Now, I'm just going to have a little look on here to check that all messages are coming through on Facebook this morning. I've got nothing so far on YouTube. Okay. I'll check... not a single one from YouTube. I might be able to check the YouTube ones as well. Let me see if I can. So I'd hate to miss anyone out. Rod Brown, did I say hello to you this morning, Rod? Just a second. What have I got to do there? I think that's that one, is it? Is it that one? That one there. That one there. I don't think there is anyone on YouTube. I don't think there possibly isn't anyone on YouTube this morning, so that's okay. If there's no one on there and they're not sending messages, that's okay, as long as I'm not missing anyone out. I hate to miss anyone out. Right, so did we say hello to Rod Brown this morning? You were second, were you? Let's go back. Oh, yes, there you are. Rod, Mark, Katie, Julie, Craig. I think everyone's there this morning. Malin, I did Malin, didn't I? Yes, that's all coming through perfectly this morning. How fantastic is that? That's great. That means I can shut that one off because that's all working perfectly. Russ says, I support Leeds United and my local team, Rotherham United. There you go. So presumably people do that. They support both teams, the local one and one of the big boys as well. Excellent. So let me just take you back to Christmas Eve, and I've got a couple of videos for you to see. Christmas Eve, after I did a little bit of shopping Christmas Eve, not Christmas shopping. I went to B&Q to buy this little TV aerial amplifier thing because my picture keeps breaking up in there, and that's actually worked a treat. That's worked perfectly all right. So I've got a good picture now on my television in the living room here. It's only an old telly. It's like a 32 inch. It's not even. I mean, it is flat screen, but it's like that thick. Do you know what I mean? There's no smart or anything like that on it, but it did have a HDMI socket. It wasn't HD, and I had an old HD box at home that I used before I actually used it on an old great big blooming 32-inch, and it worked quite well. So that's made an improvement to my television viewing here. After which I thought I'd go swimming. So first of all, I went to the Boston one. Well, there's 2 in Boston, actually. And it was closed. I can't believe it was closed. So I rang up my niece and I said, oh, it's closed. Oh, she said, go to the other one, because there's 2 in Boston. I said, oh, I haven't joined that one. I'll have to join that one as well. Generally, when you join a swimming pool, something like that, the joining is free. You don't have to pay for that. So I drove all the way to the other one, and that was closed as well. After my niece told me it was open. I did suspect something when I saw there was no cars in the car park whatsoever. And then a young couple drove in, and I thought, oh, and I'd come out. I hadn't gone to the door, so I'm sitting there now watching this young couple, and they're getting out of the car, and I thought, oh, right, okay. So I reversed, drove back into the thing. I said, excuse me, are you going into the pool? No, I think it's closed today. I said, oh, I've been sitting up there waiting to see if you walk to the door or not. She said, no, we're just here to do, I can't remember what they were there to do. So I didn't make that either. So we had a bit of a drive around to all the swimming pools yesterday. Never mind. After that, I came back here. I can't remember if I had something to eat. I had a little bit of a sleep. No, I didn't have something to eat because I then went... Yes, I did. I had a corn shepherd's pie and some vegetables. And then I had a bit of a sleep, and then I went to my nephew's house. And his wife had done a nice little afternoon tea for the children and all of us, which consisted, French sticks and, cheese Doritos. Don't you love those? Tangy cheese Doritos. I love them. Tangy cheese Doritos. My favourite cheese she had. My favourite cheese is Wensleydale with bits of apricot in it. Anyone had that? Highly, highly recommended. Wensleydale with bits of apricot in it. That's really nice. And there's another one I like, which is a really smoky one. It's in the same bit in the food cabinet as the Wensleydale. I think it's oak smoked or something like, or apple oak smoked, something like that. Try that cheese. Morning to Chris Manzar. Good morning, Chris. Morning, Chris. And Hakeem is listening to us. Good morning to Hakeem. We're here most mornings, Hakeem. We just like to have a little bit of a chit chat and a laugh together. Okay, so you're very welcome to us. And then watched some telly. My sister was there as well with her husband, my brother-in-law Martin. And then they went home. And then after they went home, we watched a bit more telly. And then it was time for the children to get ready for Father Christmas. And here is the little video of the pair of them getting ready for Father Christmas. I've got 3 great nieces and nephews there. There's Harry, he's the boy, and there's 2 girls. There's Olivia and Evie. And you're about to see all of them getting ready for Father Christmas on Christmas Eve.
Drink first. Oh, you manage.
No, I don't think Santa needs all of the mince pies, babe. That's enough, Evie. He has lots to drink. He's not going to want too much.
Does that say milk?
What do you think it says?
Milk. Mince pies. Milk.
Probably. Mince pie.
Does Santa eat carrots?
You've got chocolate on your mouth. No.
Oh, no, it's not.
The reindeer eat carrots.
Oh, it's for the reindeer. How many reindeer is there, Harry?
Yeah, just put them both on the plate.
Harry, how many reindeer is there?
8.
9 or 8?
9.
Is it 9?
9 including Rudolph.
And do you know what their names are?
But can you give him 2? I'm going to give him 2. And we're going to give him 2. Not 2 carrots. No, 2 mince pies.
What are the reindeer's names, please?
Not 2 carrots. Yeah.
Perhaps Mummy knows.
Harry's not putting another
Do you know what
one
the
down.
reindeer's names are? Mummy.
Dasher, Dancer, Donald,
Prancer.
Vixen, Prancer, Cupid, Comet, Blitzen, Rudolph.
There's no Rudolph.
Okay.
Well, let's put them back. Harry, take your mince pies.
Evie, stop
Show me what's
shouting.
on the plate, Harry. Can you bring it over?
So
I want to show my millions of viewers all over the world.
Careful.
I'm taking it. He's
Oh,
taking
yeah.
Take
it.
it back. Evie, take it back.
There we are.
Fine.
Alright, you take it back.
Show us. So what's on this plate, Harry? You put on here?
Some
We've
milk and 1 milk and 2 mince pies and 2 carrots.
And therefore,
Reindeer and Santa.
And Santa. Okay, mate. Well done. Well done.
Right.
Can we go see the reindeer?
Hang on a minute.
Great niece Olivia was there as well, keeping an eye on the situation with her friendly rabbit. So what are we doing out here now?
Sprinkling this for the reindeer.
For the reindeer. The reindeer eat this, do they? Why has it got to go out here then?
So they know where they're to land. I have some. It looks like porridge. It looks like porridge.
Now see, that's something I've never done. Fed the reindeers. They were sprinkling the stuff around there. And look at old clever clogs. My nephew's wife was able to name all 9 reindeer. How were they able to do that? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful watching them doing all that stuff there and leaving the carrots out and what have you? I love it. I absolutely love it. And of course, the reindeer did come down. One of the things my niece does is naughty elves. When, as we were coming up to Christmas, my niece and her 3 children, there's baby James, there's George and there's Emily. One of the things she does was they would go to bed and then she would do something so that when they got up in the morning, something naughty had happened from the naughty elves. She said, and she's taught those 3 that elves are up to no good all the time. And she would do things like one day she sprinkled crisps and left an open crisp packet on the carpet. And the kids would come down, you see, the stairs. Mum, why is there crisps all over the carpet? Oh, that must have been the naughty elves and stuff like that. And one night, when they went to bed, she wrote on her forehead, loser, and drew on her face. And of course, in the morning, the children get up. Don't they? Mum, what's all that on your face? What do you mean, what's on my face? It says you're a loser on your face. Oh, no, it must have been the elves. And, of course, the 2 kids are killing themselves laughing. So you might want to try that one next year if you've got any little people. I mean, it's just amazing. Just amazing. Very disappointed, actually, with old Donald Trump, aren't we all? In a couple of papers this morning. Oh, let me see if I've got... Here it is in the... Which newspaper is this? Hang on a minute. I don't know what paper it is now. Let's have a look here. Here we are. In the Sun this morning, Santa Claus hit back yesterday at Donald Trump after the US president hinted that the big man doesn't exist. Oh, what a miserable old git. The big man doesn't exist. I know. Speaking to the Sun from the North Pole, Father Christmas took Trump to task for spreading fake news. The president suggested to a girl of 7 that Father Christmas was make-believe while manning the NORAD Santa tracker hotline on Christmas Eve. He said to the girl, calling from South Carolina, "Are you still a believer in Santa? Because at 7, it's marginal, right?" Oh, President Trump, come on, Donny baby. Donny baby, what are you doing, man? Upsetting children on Christmas Eve. Luckily, she revealed afterwards that she did not know what Donald Trump meant by marginal. Well, thank God for that. Just pleased to speak to Trump, she was like, wow, I was shocked. But Santa! And there's a picture of him there. Santa, not Donald Trump. There's a picture. That's how Santa should look, innit? But Santa, who had just returned from delivering gifts from around the globe, told us, what does this Donald Trump mean when he asks if a girl still believes in me? I mean, how stupid can you be? Where does Donald Trump think all his presents come from? Eh? They don't just fall out of the sky, dear. They're delivered by Father Christmas. Didn't you know that, Donny? It says, my existence is beyond dispute. There are thousands of pictures of me taken all over the world as I meet children and find out what they would like for Christmas. That's what Father Christmas says here. I love it. Trump made a blunder when answering children's calls to NORAD, which is a White House tradition for presidents. NORAD, which is the North American Aerospace Defense Command, has tracked Santa's journey on Christmas Eve since 1955. but for Trump 72, who invented the term fake news in 2016, it was another case of him actually spreading it rather than Christmas cheer. So there we are. Last night, Coleman stated that the president hadn't rocked her faith in Santa, telling reporters, "I just had to think of what the truth was." And the truth is, little girl, that Father Christmas exists. We all know that, dear. Look, presents I've got. Presents. You don't think they come from actual other people, do you? Santa delivers them, exactly. Over on the Facebook messages, Chris says, "Dumbass." You're right, Chris. Naughty old Mr. Trump. Vectis, how did Santa deliver your gifts? Do you have a chimney at the caravan? I do, actually. I've got a flue. I think Vectis, Santa Claus must be like in Star Trek, a shape shifter. He is a shapeshifter, and he can become small at the whim of an eye, at the blink of an eyelid, and just disappears down those old chimneys. How he gets past the gas fire in front of it, I do not know. I don't know. Good morning to Paul and Lou in Birmingham. Good morning, you two. So YouTube is working. Just no one there this morning. Never mind. Katie, Mum would put beer out for the rubbish man. Really? Did she fancy him then? I might try that myself. There's a nice post boy comes round. I might leave a sandwich outside for him with a little sign. Just push the door open. It's open. Right, back to Christmas Eve then. So we've got ready for Santa, and then I left there at round about 11 o'clock to go to church. And here's what happened then. Hello. Well, it's Christmas morning. It's 2:10 in the morning. I've just got back from midnight mass. Lovely church. Here's a little bit of video for you of the church. Just a short bit. And here it is. St. Hugh's Church in Lincoln City Centre. Quite easy to find. It's got its own car park, and it's a real old school type church. It reminds me actually of the church I used to go to as a child when we lived in Roehampton. Very, very similar style. The singing, well, I got there around about 11 o'clock for 11:30. We had carols first, which was quite nice. No organ. Disappointingly, no organ. It was all being played out by a computer connected to all the speakers, but a lovely service. I've got back to my caravan. I said to you I'd show you the video, a short video of what my sister's done in here. My sister and my niece came over before I got here on Sunday morning and done a few decorations. Ever so pretty. Little heart hanging there. And there's a little tree. Those are a little bit too far from it to be able to see. The lights are actually gingerbread men with a little lamp bulb behind them. And 2 glittery trees, which left glitter all over my sofa, dear. And not only that, I have discovered in the cupboard in my bedroom a sack. Look at this. Oh, and I have no idea what is in. It's full up. I've no idea what's in here. Shall we share it together? Let's have a little look. I think it's goodies. It sounds like crisps. Oh, cheese and onion crisps. Cheese and onion crisps. Just what you need after you've been singing your heart out at church. Now, what else is in here? Oh, sweeties. Pick and mix. Pick and mix. Sweeties. Oh, my God. How am I ever supposed to lose this weight again? Just a minute. What else is it? This is a full-up, but... Cadbury's selection box. It's like being a child again. I love it. I love it. 2:10 in the morning. This is. Come on, what else have we got here? It's wrapped up presents. Wrapped up presents. I'm not sure that I should be opening these for you. Oh, let's have a look. Shall we have a look? Come on. Wrapped up presents. I reckon this is all food, so this is all really bad stuff that I haven't eaten for ages. I reckon this is a tin of biscuits. Let's have a look. Oh no! A Lauren Hardy gift tin. What's this? Is it DVDs? I think it might. It's a 5 Lauren Hardy. Yes, I love it. These are all. There's no labels on these. They're all from Father Christmas, who secretly installed these in my cupboard at some point. Just a minute. What's this? Ba 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 ba. I've got more presents to open later. Oh no! Shower gel. Shower gel. Oh, let me smell it first. Oh. Oof. Oh, I can't get the top off. Hang on. Oh, hang on. No, is that right? Oh. Oh, it does smell nice. Shower gel? That's one of those things I told you not to buy people for Christmas, isn't it? 1 minute. There's more stuff in here, you know. Now, what could this be? Shower cream? What, for Christmas? Hang on. What's it? I don't know what that smells like. What's it say? The Body Shop. Sheer. Sheer. Is that some sort of animal? Sheer. Don't know what that is. Shower gel for Christmas. Hang on a minute. 2 more boxes in here. Knightsbridge tea bag. That's not bad. Knightsbridge tea bags. I haven't had these before. Knightsbridge. I wonder where they came from. Knightsbridge tea bags. That sounds very posh to me. 1 more. Oh, that's got. Is that the last one? Oh no, there's another one. Is it number 2? Another one or number 2? Hang on a minute. Is there anything else? I don't want to lose anything, dear. What a lovely sack. Look at the sack. Look, what's it say on there? What's it say? What's it say? Spoilt and being loved. Spoilt and being loved. That's me. Loved. Biscuits, possibly. Biscuits. Ooh. Oh my God. Cadbury's chocolate biscuit selection. You want these, don't you? Not for sharing. Not for sharing. Thank you. And 1 more item. What could this possibly be? This is Smash. This is my favourite mashed potato, although it's cheese and onion flavour, and I haven't had cheese and onion flavour smash before. And the price is written on there, so I know this has come from the tin shop. Oh, well, how fabulous is this? There we are. Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to have my cup of crisps, my cup of tea, some crisps, maybe a couple of biscuits, and I'm going to bed. And then it'll be morning time. And if by magic, we're now returning you to our live presentation from our Lincolnshire television suite. Just over there. Thank you. There we are. Food and food and food to eat. My little Christmas gift box there. How lovely was that? Katie likes the look of the church, doesn't it? That really was a beautiful church, just to say, St. Hugh's in Lincoln. So much like it's got to be built or designed by the same people that designed the church that I used to go in Roehampton as a little boy there. So there was my little presents. Now we've got a few things to open today. Now you should have seen those videos and opened these presents with me yesterday on the show, but as you know, we had a little bit of a technical mismatch there. What was your favourite present yesterday? And do you have a favourite present yesterday? Would you like to reveal something perhaps that you got that you didn't really want? Up to you if you want to do. Send us a message. I'll read it out. Here we go then. First of all, now I've got this here. I don't know. Now this, where is it now? There we are. I've got 2 things here. It just says to Chris on it, so I have no idea who this one is from. So I shall open our little card first and we'll see. Oh, it feels like there's money in it. Is there like... Oh, there's no money in there. Never mind, darling. To Chris from... Oh, it's from my sister as well. Oh, hang on a minute. To Chris from I can't read that. To Chris and something family. Did it say sister? From Daniel. I don't know where this has come from. Daniel? Danzel? What's that say to you? What's that say at the bottom there? Hang on a minute. Let me just... there. That looks like Daniel. David? Danzel? I can't... I'm really sorry. I don't know who sent me this. Lovely away in a manger little thing on there. I can't read what that says. Shania says, all my presents were amazing. Good girl, Shania. Always be grateful. I don't know who this is from, but let's have a little look. Let's see what it is. It's a box. Ooh. A box. Let's see what's in here. I have prepared and brought scissors into the Mirrorball studio today. Look at this. Da ba ba da ba. Anyone watching know who this is from? Is this from one of you lot at all? From Daniel? I'm sure it says Daniel on there. I don't know. Let's have a little look in here. Is it food? Oh, what a lovely thing. What a lovely, lovely thing. Look. It's a plate with elephants and... Isn't that... There's a plate there. Isn't that beautiful? That's just beautiful, that is. And I'll put that on the floor in case it breaks. I'll put it down there. And a little thing here. Ah! Ha 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 ha! I've got someone to sleep with now at last. Look! Oh, thank you. I wish I knew who you were. Where is it again? Let me have another look at this. To Chris... Sister and family. To Chris' sister and family. Happy Christmas and New Year. Love. Daisy? I don't know who this is from. I really don't know who that's from. Now, this was under my Christmas tree, wasn't it? That was actually under the Christmas tree. I'll have to ask my sister if she knows who that's from. So I'll put him there for now. Will that sit there all right? Yeah, it will. Okay. I've got a couple of bits here from Ray Reynolds. Let's have a look there. Shania's there. Hello, Shania, who loves the church as well. Morning. Morning, Shania. What did you get for Christmas? Come on, tell me what you got for Christmas yesterday. Someone tell me what you got for Christmas. This has got a little chocolate teddy bear on it. And I know this is from Mr. Ray Reynolds. Morning, Ray. And Ray has sent me... Ray is one of our wonderful... Oh, hang on. Little thing won't come off there. There we go. Put him on there. I'll put him down there. Little chocolate teddy bear. Could be a DVD or a book. Thank you, Ray Reynolds. The complete collection of profiles of much-loved personalities of British entertainment. The TV Classics Collection. Thank you, Ray Reynolds. Ray Reynolds is in the house. Oh, we got Hattie Jakes, Richard Beckinsale, Larry Grace and Diana Dawes. I shall watch this with great interest between 2000 and 2015. Thank you very much, Ray Reynolds, for your DVDs. Oh, yes, I'll put those down there as well. One more thing to open is this big box, which I do believe has come from Glenda in the United States of America. Here we go. Par avion, air mail. Jerry got a PlayStation Classic, really? Gosh, that's all right, isn't it? I'm not really into games, Jerry. My nephews both love computer games, in particular the older one. He loves computer games. He has all his mates he talks to on like, he's got a little ear thing on while he's actually playing the computer games. They're all like shoot people dead, that sort of thing. Not really my cup of tea, but that's what he likes. I know computer games are very popular. For some reason, I got as far as Pac-Man and then I stopped playing them for some reason. I don't know why. Is there an easier way to do this? There we go. That's opening now. All the way from the US of A. Shania wants to thank her dad for making Christmas amazing. I got a new Amazon tablet as my main present. Is that the Kindle? Or is that a different thing? I think it's is it a Kindle? What's an Amazon tablet? I know some of you got Echoes, Amazon Echoes for Christmas, didn't you? A lot of people got Amazon Echoes, and apparently the system crashed. And I got the news story there somewhere. I'll see if I can read that in a second. Katie got a book, Dreamcatcher, Crystal Off My Daughter. Beautiful. Good morning to Anne Perry. Good morning, Anne. Welcome to the show. We've been here a while. You're a bit late. Never mind, darling. We'll be here for a little bit longer today, seeing as everything's working today. Shouldn't really speak now. What's in this box of goodies from Glenda? Oh. Kitchen Fresh sour cream and onion potato chips. It's Middleswarth. There's an A in our company and an A quality in our product. It said that will put a smile on your face with every bite. Oh, they look nice. Now, that's one bag. So I'll tell you what I'll do with these, Glenda. I know you watch the recordings of the programmes when you're not there live. What I'll do is I won't have breakfast one morning and I'll have these. I'll have these with you while I'm doing the show. So we'll sample these, okay? We have here... Oh, something's come out there. Oh, some Bush baked beans. These are the best baked beans ever. Bush's baked beans in the States. Very, very tasty. They all do all sorts of different... Thank you for those, my dear. Oh, thank you so much for those. They're a bit heavy. They would cost a lot to put those in the post. We got marshmallow snowmen. Peeps marshmallow snowmen. I love it. Not seen those before. What else have we got here? Is this what's come out of the... oh, yeah, that's... Something's a little bit come out there. We've got a selection of sweets there that have fallen out of a bag. Are they... Oh, they're hard. They're boiled sweets, are they? Lovely. And they are Country Cupboard Country Goodness from Lewisburg, PA. Maple leaf drops. Maple leaf drops as well. Now, what are these? They look like two eyes, don't they? Are these two eyes? Aye. What's in here? Ooh. Country Cupboard. That looks like some sort of cake in there, is it? Is that a cake in there? Shall I open it? Let's have a quick look inside. Country Cupboard. Oh, it smells nice. What is this? Oh, it's not a cake. No, it's not a cake. Hang on. It's a little... What is this? It's a little car, is it? It's a caravan! A caravan! Oh, Glenda. Oh, what effort you've gone to do all this for me. You are lovely, dear. There's a caravan there. And then there's a card. Oh, we got gingerbread men. Gingerbread man. Did you see some old left-wing thing was moaning? Oh, we shouldn't call them gingerbread men. They're gingerbread people. Oh, don't you get really sick of all that? We've had it thrown down our throats all bloody year long, all that business. Gingerbread people. No, they're gingerbread men. They always were and they always will be. Gingerbread man, flavoured... Oh, it's marshmallow. Marshmallow. Oh, yeah, look, it's soft. Oh, that looks nice. It's a gingerbread man flavoured marshmallow. Thank you, Glenda. Finally, a card, which looks like it might have got a bit damp. Did that get wet at some point? Did you spill your tea on that, Glenda? Let's have a look. Ah, lovely. Anne got a new telly, really? Oh, you lucky thing, Anne. I was considering going out and buying a bigger telly in the Boxing Day sales today, but I thought, no, I'm all right with my little one in here. It's old. I mean, someone looks in the window and sees that, they're not going to nick it. It's not worth, it'll be worth about 20 quid or something like that. Here we go. From Glenda. Just a second now. And Glenda writes, I wanted to get you some gifts as a thank you for all the joy and happiness you bring to so many people every day. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Thank you, Glenda. I really think you are a very special person. You do so much fun. You do so much for others. And I wanted to do something for you. I hope you have a really Merry Christmas and a great 2019. Enjoy the Pennsylvania goodies. And that's from Glenda. What a lovely thing to write, isn't it? Oh, what a lovely thing to say. Thank you, Glenda. And they're people like you. Merry Christmas. The best gifts in life aren't things, and that's true. The best things in life are not things. Don't surround yourself with stuff. You know, don't. And I've talked about this on the show quite a lot in the run up to Christmas. You may have noticed that. Stuff means nothing. The house that you have means nothing. It's the people around you. And if there's not enough people of those around you, where you are now, you've got to go to them. They can't always come to you. This is where I am with the caravan, you see. I'm now close to so many people who love me. And I love them. Do you know what I mean? Things mean nothing. Things mean nothing. And as I say, I've been going on this Christmas in particular about presents. Presents. The ridiculous amount of money that shops are telling you to spend on someone. And I decided this year I weren't having any of it. And I literally went out and bought what I thought someone would like. Special people. Special people. You do not need ever to go out and spend £1,000 on a brand new computer or television or sound system for someone. What you need to do is be there in person to give whatever gift you're giving, a little box perhaps, a little hamper perhaps that you've made up. Maybe you make your own jams and things like that. You put a little box together with your own jams and what have you. There's nothing better than receiving something that someone has made. There really isn't. Of course you want to get your children what they want. But that's the other thing as well, you know, perhaps a child who says to his mother, oh, I want a new 75-inch television. And you look at it, it's like £2,500. And you tell them, look, I know you want that, but we can't afford that. What else would you like? And the child, I'm sure, would understand, unless you've brought them up kicking and screaming to be spoilt little brats. So, well, that's your fault then, isn't it? You know, it's the people. It absolutely is the people. All right, I was going to read you this little news story here, and then I'll do today and yesterday's birthdays as well, because, of course, I couldn't be with you. We had our technical issues yesterday, which I'm glad are all seem to be sorted out today, until the next one, of course. Let's have a little look here. And that's to do with Alexia. Did anyone get one of those Alexias yesterday? Did you get one? Did it stop working? In a couple of the papers this morning, and it was also on the BBC News. Alexa's Christmas meltdown. Amazon Echo's smart speakers went down across the country on Christmas Day, with thousands of people reporting that the company's artificial intelligence assistant Alexa appeared to have gone on a festive break. People took to social media to log their issues with the device, which included Alexa telling users that she was having trouble understanding and to please try a little later. Multilingual Alexa, who has more than 70,000 different skills, told over 100 million jokes in 2018, but people were less impressed with her Christmas Day stunt. One Twitter user pointed out that when the waiting list for new Echo Dot speakers is 2 months, the company should have been prepared for a big influx of activity. It was not clear what caused the mass outage, but it's thought that the service was struggling to cope with a vast number of new users who unwrapped the artificial intelligence speakers on Christmas Day. This would be supported by the fact that the issues began early this morning and appeared to peak around 10 o'clock in the morning, coinciding with when millions of people would have been opening their presents. The majority of users reported issues with Alexa came from Italy and the UK, the Daily Mirror reported. Replying to a query on Twitter, Amazon said they were aware of the issue and a technical team would resolve it in 12 to 24 hours. So I don't know. Did any of you get one of those Alexas for Christmas? I won't have one because I am totally and utterly convinced that that thing is listening to you 24 hours a day and making recordings and things like that. I've seen a story actually in one of the newspapers where a good thing, I suppose you could class it as a good thing, that them as an Echo listening to you all the time, someone was murdered and the police asked Amazon Echo or Amazon for recordings of everything that had been said. Now, whether or not that happened or not, I don't know. But of course, it has to be said. You know, if someone was murdered or something terrible had happened and you've got that recording, then that's a good thing. On the other hand, I don't want the thing listening to me 24 hours a day. And it is. I don't care. There was a bloke, I can't remember who it was now, he is convinced that that Echo doesn't listen until you say the word Alexa. He's convinced, and there's nothing I can say that will help make him change his mind. I think it's listening all the time. It must be, mustn't it? It must be. Oh, who's that? I think that's Glenda there. Is that you texting in, Glenda? Merry Christmas, hope you had a great holiday. I think that might be Glenda there, sending international. Someone sent an international, that's +1. Yeah, that's America, isn't it? That's America, and I think that is you, Glenda. Did you see me open your presents? Thank you very much, darling. She's with us this morning, Glenda in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania 65000. But Pittsburgh. Sorry, Pittsburgh, not Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh. Is that the same place? It's all very confusing. Very confusing. Adrian Richardson, good morning. You missed a great show this morning, Adrian. We've been here an hour, over an hour now, dear. What a shame you weren't there. What a shame you couldn't be bothered to get your lazy arse out of that bed and switch on. You know, you could always have me on next to you in the bed. You should have a tablet standing by next to your bed, Adrian, waiting for me to burst into life on your screen. Rude. That's what it is, rude. Chris Manzar said, you must have got an Amazon. Still got issues at 8 p.m. when we tried to activate it. What about now? Have you got it on yet, Chris? Shania, will you stop saying Alexa? You keep setting off my Alexa. Ha 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 ha. Shania, oh. Alexa, play LBC. Has that started LBC off? We are naughty. How's the O2 working today? Not a connection problem, Adrian. Sorry to piss all over your fire, mate. Not a connection problem. It's a laptop problem. It's a laptop problem. And I explained all at the beginning of the show. If only you'd bothered to get up and listen, then you would have known. Thank you. Where's John Parrish, Chris? Is he counting his money? I've no idea. He's normally here in the morning. He's not here today. Alexa is still slow, apparently, Chris says. Oh, well, I really don't want one of those in the house. An Alexa listening to me all the time. My mate's got that. I know a lot of people. My nephew's got one. My mate's got one, and he's... Oh, Alexa, turn lights off. Why don't you just go and flick a bloody switch? You know, or if you're really too fat and too lazy to get out of your bed, get one of those remote control things. Click, click, on, off. I've got the Wi-Fi plugs here, haven't I? I suppose no doubt someone will hack into those one day with a Wi-Fi plugs and start flashing lights on and off, you know, whatever excites the hackers. God's sake, man. Good. All righty, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls, and we'll do yesterday's birthdays as well. Any more message, keep them coming through, and I'll read those out before the end of the show. Glenda has just woke up, because, of course, in the USA, it's very early where she is. Glenda often catches up on the watch later function thing, don't you? Happy birthday on this Boxing Day, the 26th of December 2018, to someone I worked with for a while and I got on like a house on fire, Mr. Barry Jenkins. Good morning, Barry. Worked with him at the King's Head Theatre Bar, some months ago, wasn't it? Before the quiz there kind of died, really, to be fair. They didn't get fed up with me and I didn't get fed up with the job. I got fed up with the travelling. It was a nightmare trying to get there. But for some reason the quiz died, and so often this happens eventually. All things have a shelf life. That clearly got to the end of it. So it died, but we carried on there. And then eventually I said, well, let's try it on a Sunday. We did one Sunday. There was no one there at all. So I threw the towel in at that point. I just didn't want to do it anymore. But Barry had left by then anyway. So happy birthday to you, Barry. You must be about 50 today, are you? Hope you and your family had a lovely Christmas, okay? Good morning to Kev Carleonis. Morning, Kev. Happy birthday to you. Bill Nichols' birthday today. Patrick O'Hara's birthday today. And Rita Collins today is young 74 years old. Happy birthday to you, Rita. I'll do yesterday's birthdays as well because, of course, we had a problem with a technical issue yesterday and we didn't get to the end of the show. And yesterday's birthdays, the lovely Stefano, who's the other half of a very good friend of mine, Brandon. Happy birthday to you for yesterday, Stefano. Christmas Day birthday. How awful. Yeah, unless, of course, you're Jesus and millions of people all over the world go and worship you on Christmas Day. To have a birthday on Christmas Day, you only get one lot of presents, don't you? Happy birthday, Stefano. 33 years old yesterday. Mu Alamin, happy birthday for yesterday. Alix Smith was his birthday yesterday, as in Megan Carey, a young 80. Are you 80 yesterday, Megan? That's what it says on here. Happy birthday for yesterday. Brian Craft, who came to see me when I was a DJ. I saw him some years ago, actually, Brian. I gave up the DJing about a year and a half ago now. And, do you know, I do not miss it at all. I do not miss it at all. It's funny, really. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, Mr. Norman Scott. And he was the Big Heaven DJ many, many years ago, way before me. He's in his 70s now. And he says the same thing. He DJ'd for 30 years, and once he'd come out of it, he doesn't miss it. Doesn't miss it. It doesn't occur to me. Sometimes if I'm sitting there listening to music, oh, I'd like to go out and play that in a club. No. No. That being said, I had a fantastic time while I was a DJ. I had that, and you get so much attention as well. You get loads of attention doing that. I absolutely. Good morning, Shania. She's watching me. She sent in a picture of me and Alexa. That is now playing LBC. Alexa, who is Chris Reardon? Let's see what happens there. What happens there? Can you see what happens? Let's try it again. Alexa, who is Chris Reardon? See if that brings anything information up on me. Yes, and I had a fantastic time as a DJ. I had a great time standing on stages, playing music, everyone's dancing away myself. But once you come out of it, you just don't miss it. Isn't that the weirdest thing? Mind you, I found other things to do. I love doing the karaoke. I love sitting here doing this. I love to have some sort of job where I could sit doing this. Don't know what. I used to think I wanted to be on the radio a lot. For years and years I wanted to be a radio host, but I think once you've moved on to this, then I don't know so much, you know. I wouldn't want to do this just for money. I'd have to be enjoying it. Right. Oh, and Shania says do it again. Alexa, who is Chris Reardon? Let's see what it says. See if that works, Shania, okay? And also, happy birthday today to Mark Cleary. So, let's sing, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. There we are, gang. Happy birthday to you all. There you are, Shania. Has it said anything, that Alexa thing? What's it said? Have a look for us, darling. Back to your messages. Adrian says, I don't use Alexa. I'll come on computer. That is a problem in Star Trek when they say computer. Oh, that's right. That's what I'd rather say computer on, wouldn't you, than Alexa? I'd rather say computer. Can you choose, Alexa people will know this, can you choose the name that the Amazon Echo uses to start off? I mean, could you say computer on? Computer lights on. Could you use the word computer instead of Alexa if you wanted to? Because I'd like it to sound a little bit more technical. You know, I when I'm in my car driving, I talk to it. Is that like a normal thing, or what do you think? I talk to my car like it's a starship. Mr. Sulu, can you give me some more power, please? Yes. And as I'm entering certain areas of London, like Hammersmith, I say, shields up at maximum. I talk to my car while I'm driving along. Warp 3, Mr. Sulu. Yes, Captain. Is that something I... No? Just me then, is it? Or... Adrian says, I'll try to ask my computer who is Chris, and nothing happened. Paul says, my Alexa said Chris Reardon is a retired snooker player. What did you get Ronnie for Christmas? A pair of trainers, Kevin. But he's got hundreds and hundreds, I swear, hundreds and hundreds of pair of trainers that my mate's got. Diane Jeb, I've just set her Alexa off. Chris says you can go 3 names. Oh, so you can say computer, can you, Chris? Oh, I'm tempted now. You can say computer, Alexa, and Amazon. Oh, I'd like computer. Yes, you can use the word computer. I think you can, Chris. Wow. Now I'm tempted to get one now. But it would still be listening to me all the time, wouldn't it? I don't mind people listening to me when I'm doing a show, but I don't want to be listened to all the time. Thank you very much. Anyway, we'll leave it there, boys and girls. Thanks ever so much for joining us on the show on this Boxing Day. I don't know what you're doing. My sister, I think, and her husband, my brother-in-law, are coming over a little bit later with possibly a pair of curtains for my room. Oh, so excited! Oh, I'm having such a wonderful... I don't want to leave the caravan. I think I might just live here forever. I had a good sleep last night as well. Lovely sleep last night. Did you sleep well last night? Oh, I had so much to eat. Oh, my God. We just ate and ate and ate yesterday. Terrible, isn't it, really? My sister did the most lovely Christmas dinner. Beautiful roast potatoes she did yesterday. Very, very nice indeed. We played Monopoly. My nephew won that, Gary. He sat there in this chair like this. He was full of it yesterday when he was winning in the Monopoly. Absolutely full of it. And the most fun I had, I think, was with my where's it gone? My laser pen, which is here somewhere. My laser pen. Oh yes, I'm gonna have some fun with this, with pets and things like that. Anyone got one of these? Look, if I put it in there, it'll white out. Watch this. Look, it's gone. Look at that. It goes all white, doesn't it? You don't think I could damage the camera with this, could I? Hey, but you have to be careful if you've got one of these. I love it. Look, can you see the line or not? See if you can see the line, no? Oh, yeah, you can see a line there, can't you? See the line there. Goes right across the field here, ever so powerful. Can you actually hit the moon with that, I wonder? Wonder if you can hit the moon with that. Okay, boys and girls, thanks ever so much for joining us on the show, as I say, on this Boxing Day. I hopefully be with you again possibly tomorrow morning, or maybe even tonight. I haven't told you really that much about Christmas Day, haven't you? What can you tell about Christmas Day? You know, you eat and you watch the telly and have a good time. Katie says it doesn't affect the camera, but we're now all blind. I'm sorry, Katie. I've got a little laser pen here. Have a nice Boxing Day. Hopefully see you tomorrow morning, maybe even tonight. I never know. Always have that little notification thing standing by so you get a little notification whenever we do a show, and then you can join in with the fun, okay? Enjoy your Boxing Day. See you again soon. Bye-bye now.